name of the project was the Independent Living Skills Residential. It was designed for young people who are sort of 15 to 20 years of age. They're going to be entering independent living for the first time. So that could be young people who are going off to uni, it could be those who perhaps are homeless and looking for accommodation at the time, or in temporary accommodation, young people who are leaving the care system, that kind of thing. And it's really to give them the skills that needed in order to be able to set up in their home for the first time. The project was started last year, and it was a sort of pilot up in Dare Valley Country Park, and it was a 3-day project, 3 separate days, one of doing outdoor activities, one doing money management and budgeting, and another doing cookery and food skills. And that was the pilot, and that went really well, but it was with a very small group, so we expanded it this year. And with the help of some external funding we got, then we managed to put 2 residentials on for 12 young people on each residential. The residentials were in Glynmeddig Barn, which is a lovely kind of restored barn property over near Brecon in Sennybridge. It was perfect. It was the young people had individual bedrooms that they had to sort of make their own beds and that kind of thing. It had the kitchen facility where they could go and cook for themselves. It was a really perfect place. The skills were designed and the workshops were designed so that young people would be able to live independently and live for themselves. So we did things like cookery, but along with that went into kitchen hygiene and how to prepare food safely, and how to cook on a budget and what ingredients to buy and that kind of thing. So they learned to cook for themselves, doing basic sort of pizza and pasta dishes. Some of them prepared a complete Sunday roast, including dessert and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of the emphasis was on them actually having a sit-down meal together, which a lot of them hadn't done before, which was a really good experience. Other things we did were we did a money management and budgeting workshops times with them, where we actually sat down and taught them how to budget effectively, and they gained a qualification through that as well, which was really good for them. And then another thing we did was sort of home skills and DIY workstations with them. This was sort of how to change a plug socket and a fuse, how to change a light fitting. It's basic tasks that you should be able to do in a home, but a lot of people can't do them, so have to pay to get external people in to do them for them. So we're trying to save them money in the long run doing that as well. And along with this went team building and confidence building workshops, and we went out to do some high ropes and climbing at a local provider as well, which they really enjoyed and benefited from as well. The interesting thing about the residential was it was actually designed so that it was almost as if they were entering independent living, entering their own accommodation for the first time. So when they went in, they had to make their own beds, they had to prepare their first meal together, they had to figure out where everything was and how to do things for themselves, and I really feel that was an important aspect. So it's not a massive shock to the system when in fact they go into their own accommodation. All of the young people thoroughly enjoyed the residential, they got loads from it. Some of the reactions were absolutely fantastic. We had some lads turn up who really didn't want to go and were a bit apprehensive and nervous, and by the end of the weekend they thoroughly enjoyed it. They were thanking me and saying how much they'd learned, some of the comments and the feedback we've had from that residential, the fact that they now feel able to set up in their own home, and they've never done cookery and things like that before. Some of the reactions from the money management side of things, where they recognise the fact that they've now got the skills to do that, and for a lot of them it was just about increasing confidence and communication skills, so they're able to talk to other people in their own community and really making them active citizens, and that for me was a massive part of the weekend, and one that the young people thoroughly got a lot from.
Have you enjoyed this residential, girls?
Yeah, I felt that it's given me loads of experience and it's made me more confident.
New skills and new people and staying sometimes. I've made new friends, and I find it hard to make new friends.
Yeah.
So it's better, like I've built up some confidence.
What stuff have you done today?
Change a light bulb,
Cooking.
ironing.
I learned I didn't like apple crumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did chocolate cake, didn't you, yesterday?
Yeah. It's lovely.
So do you think you've learned any new skills at all while being how to make friends?
We learned about interest rates as well.
Yeah.
and credit cards and stuff. And how to wire a plug. I didn't know how to wire a plug.
I still don't.
Okay, I do.
What about cooking? Did you go cooking yesterday?
Yeah,
No, I know how to make a cake, so it was right. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Um,
No, managing money, like we learned how to manage money. That's like really important if you can live by yourself. Because otherwise you like won't be able to live by yourself if you can't manage your money, so yeah.